Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Thursday, November 3rd, and we've got some pretty decent weather coming up once we get rid of the showers today. We're going to have the showers this morning moving out of the area, but as the secondary cold front comes through, we can see some more pop-up showers here for the afternoon hours as we get some heating of the surface. And then we expect a dry and mild pattern to set in right on through the weekend into much of next week. We do get a weak system that'll come through the area Monday night and Tuesday that could bring some minor amounts of rainfall, but for the most part that system will be moisture starved. So over the next week it looks like plenty of dry conditions with plenty of sunshine, and it'll be on the mild side. This weekend looks fantastic. If you're going anyplace, look for temperatures into the 60s with lots of sunshine. If we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 54, the normal low is 35. And look on this date back in 1966, 9.7 inches of snow fell across mid-Michigan, so a pretty significant storm back then. If we look at the nation's highs and lows from yesterday, the highest temperature 98 degrees at McAllen, Texas, and the low 9 degrees at Boise State Park in California. If we look at the conditions around the area yesterday, you can see a lot of rainfall. Lansing 1.22 inches of rain, and we'll look at the storm totals, but overall a warm day with temperatures in the 60s. Look down here in southeast lower Michigan, temperatures made it into the mid-70s. Jasper, the warm spot, at 75.3. Right behind it, Blissfield at 75.1. And again, temperatures quite warm across the area with plenty of rainfall. And if we look at some of that rainfall, you can see leading the way was Lansing at 1.37, 1.17 at Clarksville, so plenty of rainfall across the area. And we forecasted about half to 3/4 of an inch of rain, and you can see the overall average across all of our stations at 66 hundredths of an inch, so well within range of that. And we did forecast a couple areas could see over an inch of rainfall, and that certainly was the case. If we look at the conditions around the area this morning, quite warm, about 10 degrees, 11 degrees, 12 degrees above normal, with temperatures in the low 50s across much of the area, a few 40s across near the lakes. And if we look at conditions as far as satellite, you can see that area showers and thunder showers that now moving off to the east. And then we look up to the northwest, and you can see that secondary cold front bringing some cloud cover. And again, with the heating of the atmosphere, I think that'll produce a few showers across the area this afternoon. And you can see also we've got on the temperature gradient on the overlap, and when we get into winter and we start looking at critical temperatures as far as freezing precipitation, this will certainly come in handy. If we look at the radar this morning, you can see that activity now moving off to the east, and again we're going to watch this secondary cold front to see if it'll produce some showers later on this afternoon. So certainly soybeans are going to be out of the picture for a few days, but some of the areas off to the north seen less in the way of precipitation, so hopefully we can get corn harvest rocking and rolling perhaps as we get into later tomorrow. And you can see on the weather map this morning that front moved through the area. Again, waves of low pressure moving up that front. Secondary cold front's going to push through the area, and that's going to bring some really nice weather into the state, and it's going to last right in through next week. Again, over the weekend looks like temperatures will be in the 60s with lots of sunshine, and will continue to be mild right on into next week with very little in the way of precipitation. You can see by tomorrow that forecasted secondary cold front now well off to the east. High pressure is dominating the area. As we get into Saturday, same thing, high pressure and control of much of the eastern U.S., with most of the action taking place out west. As far as precipitation, most of this will be this morning. This area of gray is really going to be from that next system that'll come through here early next week. So not a lot of precipitation expected across much of the area. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.